All right, Shalom. Coming back again with another exhortation, Lord willing, to edify you, hopeful elect, Akim, wa Akwaf out there. All right, first and foremost, as always, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to the true powers of heaven and earth, the most high power of Israel, which is Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakwadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well with the correct doctrines and exhortations of the heavenly scriptures. Peace and salutations to your hopeful elect Akim that's out there teaching his word in all truth and in sincerity. All right, and you few sincere Akwaf, our sisters that come across this video, Shalom. All right, real quick. All right, I want to begin this lesson. All right, going in on this term buck breaking. All right, I don't really have a title for this lesson. All right, usually a lot of times the title comes to me afterwards. You know, I just create a title based off of what I was emphasizing within the lesson. You know, I got some notes that I compiled based upon this video that I'm include within this lesson. All right, but first I want to start off with here, because this is what they're trying to do with Kyrie. All right, and let's just read it because it's, you know, it's right here. So it says buck breaking. Now in Wikipedia it says etymology buck. It says derogatory U.S. sense of black man plus breaking as in breaking a horse. All right, because back in slavery time, all right, which Jake pretty much still is slaves in the society. All right, primarily those that, you know, sell out. All right, and they sign these different contracts. They got their hands in Esau's pocket. Those are the biggest sellouts, man. The biggest slaves. All right, the ones that really can't speak out. All right, so similar to, you know, breaking like a horse, like that's what Jake was considered and is considered, man, like an animal, man, piece of you know, commodity. All right, so it says the noun, it says buck breaking. It says offensive, the alleged act of publicly punishing a male slave, typically by first flogging him and subsequently sexually assaulting or raping him in front of other slaves in order to humiliate him. All right, and that's what they're trying to do with you know, recently with Kyrie Irving. All right, as well as Kanye. You know, they're trying to make them a public example to all those other slaves and sellouts. All right, that's in the entertainment industry, in the sports industry. You know, to not speak out, you know, especially against those ish people, man. All right, you see, that's one of the top things that they don't want. Well, that is the top thing that they don't want exposed. All right, but we in a time where this devil is being revealed. Okay, what is it, Second Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. All right, he shall be revealed in his time. All right, that's the time we living in now, man. This man's kingdom is going down. So prior to that happening physically, there has to be an expose of all the wickedness, all the lies, all right, that this devil is put forth, man. All right, and you got Jake that's speaking out, like Kyrie, and you know, they trying to publicly, you know, humiliate him, man. And how the hell is there a gnat and Satan? Anyway, so in the ancient time, they would actually, not ancient time, but you know, in slavery time, they would sexually rape and assault, you know, the top male slave, that one that, you know, that bucked up. All right, that's where they get the term bucking up. All right, so they'll take them out in front of all the other slaves. All right, humiliate them, whip them. All right, and then sexually assault them, man, in front of everybody. All right, demasculate them. All right, and set it forth as an example for any would-be opposer to their way. All right, and even now, man, you got Jake that signed these contracts, and behind closed doors, they get casting couch and buck breaking behind closed doors, man. You know, so if they do speak out, they can just bring that up and say, "Oh, look at this. This is humiliating." You know, so that's why a lot of sellouts, man, they don't want to speak on them, because they know what they did behind closed doors to get the money, and it's all been documented, probably filmed. So they're not gonna say nothing, you know, unless that be exposed. Okay, but so I just want to set the tone with that. All right, Then I want to go into this this video clip right now, and then you know, first I'm gonna play it. It's only like a short clip, about a minute long. Okay, then I'm gonna come back with I'm gonna break down some of the terms that was used in the video. All right, along with some precepts. So let's go. All right, now this clip I'm gonna play is from the brother GMS South 444. All right, you know, go ahead, subscribe and be edified. All right, title reads Wartime Educational, Don't Be a Sucker, Ephesians 5:15. All right, so I'm just gonna play the clip and we go from there.
In 1943, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read, "When certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them after suitable buildups as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic, and use the prestige of anti-fascist and tolerance organizations to discredit them. In the public mind, constantly associate those who oppose us with those names which already have a bad smell. The association will, after enough repetition, become fact in the public mind."
You see? It's a real short clip, but it was a lot that was said there. And Salakia, I had the that down the whole time. Salakia. You know, hopefully you'll be able to see it pretty good. But yeah, so let's just play it back, and then you know, we're gonna I'm just gonna play it back, and I'm gonna stop it at certain points so I can get these key words.
43, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all. In 1943, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read, "When certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them."
All right, so we're gonna stop right there. It says when certain obstructionists become too irritating. All right. Now I got notes, you know, down here, but you know, for the sake of you know, visual edification, let's just go to the first word he used was obstructionist. All right, let's look into that real quick. First, we'll get it in Google. All right, bear with me. And, you know, we don't have to get the term obstructionalist. You know, it's the same thing. Obstruction, you know, it's the same thing. So right here it says obstruction. It says the action of obstructing the state of being obstructing this, the action of obstructing or a state of being obstructed. It says a thing that impedes or prevents the passage, progress, an obstacle, or blockage. Okay, and that's what he called, you know, labeled anybody that's obstructionalist, you know, as anti-ish, you know, and this pretty much is talking about a blockage, man. You know, the Lord is putting a monkey wrench in their whole ordeal, man, their whole plan, man, their whole scheme. You see, we in a time where this devil is not, you know, like Scripture say in Job, I'm gonna get it. You know, he's in straits right now, man. He's in a position of difficulty. All right, his plans ain't going that smoothly. All right, though he's going to accomplish a lot of things, but in the midst of him accomplishing what he's trying to do, the Lord is doing his thing, man, through the prophets. All right, first and foremost, man, exposing this devil through the scriptures, through prophecy. Okay, and as well, he putting the spirit on other nations. You know, he putting the spirit on Esau, Edom, his own people, to expose them. You see, so he getting hit at all angles with this truth, man. All right, and hey, it's beautiful to behold, man. Now we got that right there. Well, let's look at a few similar words. It says obstacle, barrier, stumbling block. You see, block, impede. All right. hey, all of these you know, derivatives from obstruction, all right, it hits the point. You know, we stand in the way of this devil's like scripture say, he shall not be able to fulfill his enterprise. And you know what, I don't want to shoot the gun by going in the scripture, so let me just go into the online Antimar real quick. All right, just go in here real quick. We're gonna get the word again, because you know you want to look up the definition of words from at different angles. You know, that gives one perspective, but then as well in here, you know, it gives another angle of it. Yeah. Bear with me, phone moving real slow. All right, it says obstruction as a noun. It says the action of blocking the way or passage of, act of impeding a passage or movement, fact of being obstructed. All right, was pretty much what was in Google. It says in the 1530s, from Latin obstructionum, if I'm saying that right, Salakia. It says a barrier, a building up. You see, and that's what's happening, man. The truth is building up. All right, the house of David is being built right now in these last days. All right, and that's a major stumbling block against Esau, man. All right, is you know, is impairing his vision, so to speak. You know, it says particular stem from a structure. It says build up, block up, build against, stop, hinder. You get the point, man. All right. So yeah, man, we hindering the progress of this devil, man. All right, and it's a beautiful thing, man. Let's get a precept. All right. Look at a precept here in Job. Job 20 and verse 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right. Now, when it say in the fullness of his sufficiency, which that's what he's trying to get to, man, with this whole NWO, this New World Order, he's trying to fulfill it. All right. But as he's going to that fulfillment, all right, the Lord saying here in the word that he gonna be in straits. Now let's look at this word, straits. All right.
Strong's H3334. Yatser.
All right, and it says to bind, be in distress. It says be cramped, be narrow, be scant, be in straits. To make narrow, cause distress, besiege. All right. Now, when I was, you know, looking at these definitions, the two that stood out, all right, is distress and cramp. But let's go into cramp first. Bear with me. All right, it says cramp. It says feeling or causing someone to feel uncomfortable, confined, or hemmed by lack of space. You see? You know, just like if you catch a cramp, you know, say you hooping, you know, and you know, you hooping hard, you know, you balling out there, you busting everybody, you know, doing your thing, you winning, all right, and then out of nowhere you catch a cramp. Well, that'll sit you down, man. You know, you might be dehydrated or whatever the means be. You might have just did too much with it, you know, jumping around. Hey, you can catch a cramp, and that's what's happening with Esau, man. Hey, we're like that we're like that cramp, man. Okay, we represent the cramp in his leg, or calf, or whatever, man. And those things can be painful and debilitating. It says restricted, confined, constricted, small, tiny, narrow. All right, you get the point. Let me see. I'm looking at my notes. Now I asked the question in Google. Let me go to Google. All right. Let's ask a question to Google real quick. Bear with me. Phone is moving real slow now. It was just working top speed, but now I want to go turtle slow. All right. What does it mean? What I say? All right, now check this out. What does it mean to have a cramp? It says, It says cramp can have causes that are due to underlying diseases. Examples include dehydration, strenuous exercise, or lack of muscle use. Now, this ain't the same definition that I got the other day. I don't know why. Because I'm looking at my notes now, and it says, when I asked this question the other day, it says overuse of a muscle, dehydration, muscle strain, or simply holding a position for a prolonged period can cause a muscle cramp. All right. And that's Esau in a nutshell, man. All right. He has been holding the position of hunk of the earth, so to speak, man. All right. The book of Jeremiah, I believe the 50th chapter, 23rd verse says he is the hammer of the whole earth. All right. And also Revelation 6:4, he was given a great sword to take peace from the earth. So he's been holding that position as top dog in the planet earth. They always say America first and, this and that. All right. They act as if they're above every nation, which the Lord had put them on a high level just to tear them down, man. Like it says in Romans the 9th chapter, for this very cause have I raised thee up. All right. That he may show his power in thee, meaning they have been raised up to such a high position and level on the earth just so the Lord can show his power, all right, in destroying them. So that fear of this place being destroyed will go out all throughout all eternity, man. All right. As an example of what not to do. All right. To what happens to a place that does only wickedness and rebellion against the Heavenly Father and his laws, man. All right. You see, so that's his position in the earth, man. All right. And so he's starting to catch that crap, man. He can't do what he was doing, man. All right, when you catch a cramp on a court, man, you gotta set it down. All right, you gotta ice it. You gotta, you might even have you got certain people that will tear their ACL, gotta get surgery, and you'll be out for some months, man. But in this case, he's all gonna be out forever, man. But anyway, now what else I got here? I also looked at the word distress. Let's get that real quick. No, this is the one I want right here. Distress, it says give furniture, leather, or clothing simulated marks of age and wear. All right. Hey, man, this devil is worn out, man. All right. He played out in the earth. All right. Everybody tired of the so-called white man being in rulership. All right. And destroying their lands. Because he hadn't done it only to the nation of Israel. He's done it to every other nation on the planet earth, man. All right. But specifically the nation of Israel. So-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, man. All right. And also the Israelite foreigners, man. That be looking like the other nations, but really are Israelites. Damn that. Gotcha. So yeah, man, you know, he's like an old piece of furniture that's wore out, man. Okay, and you finna get through. And what happens when your furniture get worn out, man? You throw it out. All right, that's what the Lord finna do to this devil. Now, let me get another precept. All right, we're gonna go back in Job. It's the book of Job, chapter 5, beginning at verse 11. Matter of fact, yeah, verse 11. Job 5 and 11. It says, to set up on high those that be low. All right, and those which mourn to exalt to safety. And that's what the Lord is going to do to the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect. All right, he's going to exalt us in due time, man. In the times that we coming in, all right, the Lord, all right, is set to set us on high, man. All right, those that be low, because right now we're in a very low position. All right, the scriptures speak about how the Lord have seen servants upon horses, and horses, and princes walking as servants upon earth. All right, so the Lord finna set us on high, man. All right, exalt us. All right, the scriptures also say, before honor is humility. All right, so let's keep reading. It says, verse 13, he taketh the wise. So like it, verse 12, it says, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. All right, and that's what the Lord is finna do with this devil, man. He's finna disappoint them. All right, and it begins with this truth coming out, with this word. Kyrie, he was just posting a video, but hey, we bring out the facts, man. All right, and ever since he did that video, the documentary, has taken off. Let's see, disappointive.
Strong's H6565. Parer.
All right, and it says to break, frustrate. It says to break, to violate, to frustrate. Pretty much meant to frustrate. Let's look at what frustrate goes into real quick. All right, it says frustrate. It says prevent a plan or attempted action from progressing, succeeding, or being fulfilled. All right, that's what we're set up to do, man. Us as a prophets of the Lord, man. All right, it's set up to prevent this devil, man. All right, the Lord is working through us, through the Holy Spirit, to prevent this devil from setting up his kingdom, man. Fully. All right, and he's going to come down with persecution and whatnot, but that's not going to offset the prophecies coming to pass, man. All right, he's not going to fulfill his enterprise. All right, and that's the reason why in the video clip, let's go back to that real quick. All right, let's go back here.
In 1943, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read, when certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them after suitable buildups as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic.
You see, and that's exactly what's taking place now, man. This was all the way back in whatever date they said it was, man. I think in the 50s or whatever. So that's what they trying to label us, man. All right, as fascists and Nazi sympathizers, anti, shim. All right, this is what they trying to do to us. All right, and we're frustrating them, man. We're becoming too irritating unto him. All right. In fact, let me see something. Bear with me. Matter of fact, let's go into that word irritating. Got a lot of definitions and stuff, man. It's lucky, but for the sake of edification, You know, because it's pretty much the same as frustrating. All right, it says irritating. It says causing annoyance, impatience, or mild anger. All right, it says causing irritation to the body, to a body part. All right, it says annoying, maddening, trying, vexing. All right, causing annoyance, frustration, or worry. All right, these devils is frustrated and worried, man. They losing sleep at night over this truth, man. All right, because the scriptures, the top wicked elite, they know what this entails for them, man. All right, us waking up, it means the downfall of them. All right, and they already know that it's coming. That's why they make movies about it, like Planet of the Apes, the original. All right, War of the Worlds, Independence Day, movies such as that, man. Because they know what's coming, man. All right, a lot of them sci-fi movies, man, is a prediction. You know, it's straight out the scriptures, man. You know. Let's see. Let me get Wisdom of Solomon real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. It says, then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such that have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. All right. And we are those righteous men, Lord willing, man, the hopeful elect. All right. They're standing in great boldness all throughout the four corners of America, man. All right. Babylon and elsewhere throughout the earth. All right. You even got those of other camps outside of Great Millstone that's pushing the truth. Though it may not be the 100% truth, they're still pushing the truth that we're Israelites, man. All right. So that vibration is going throughout the whole earth, and it's all the will of the Lord, because it also speaks about how many is going to say, Lord, Lord, have we not done this and that and cast out devils and did miracles, and the Lord going to reject them. All right. So that all plays into everything is happening according to prophecy, man. All right. It's perfect. You see, and it says that in the face of such that made no account of his labors, and going to show you who he's talking about. All right, because they didn't keep track of what Jake did in captivity, man, and slavery and everything that we did to build up the society. All right, Jake has been the foundation of this place, the uprising in this place, man. All right, hundreds of years of free labor. Verse 2. Then it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. All right, going until when we ultimately taken up. All right, Lord willing, we be at that number. When we taken up in the chariots. All right, and receive salvation in what you call the so-called UFO, the vehicles that the angels travel in. All right, when the Lord say he's going to gather his elect from the four winds of the earth, that's what it's referring to, man. All right, via the chariots. So right here it's saying, hey, when they, verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and and that's what's happening now, man. All right, they sitting back and they losing sleep, man. They being troubled. All right, it's irritating them. They losing sleep because the deception is being torn down. All right, 2 Corinthians, the 10th chapter. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty to the pulling down of strongholds, man. All right, and that's this word. It's pulling out all the strongholds, all the different lies that Esau Edom has been putting forth in the earth is being torn down. All right. So go back to that clip because I didn't. Well, you know what? Let me get another precept before we do that. All right, because this is what we call to do here, man. All right, in Isaiah. Book Isaiah 62 and verse 7. It says, matter of fact, let's go into verse 6. Isaiah 62 and 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. Speaking about us watching for the prophecies, man. We are those watchmen. We see what's going on in the world and we pair it up with the scriptures, man. Okay? And with the prophecies in the scriptures. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which is a people before is a place, Jerusalem. It says, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. Okay, and that's why we do these videos every day. That's the reason why Elder Apostle Tahar here in Great Millstone urges us, all right, to make a video a day if possible, man. Several videos a day. However many videos you can do. He was totally in the spirit when he said that, man, because it lines up with what's written here. Okay, and yes, you know, every brother got their different, you know, ability and measure of faith by which we do this truth. So, you know, a brother may not get in as many videos as the next brother, but do what you can. You know, you got to promote this truth, all right? And they set the example because they do videos every day, you know. But so we not supposed to ever hold our peace, man, day nor night, all right? Right now, what is 9 o'clock here over in the UK? It's probably like morning time. You know, they probably just not waking up. But I bet you any money is brothers that's doing lessons right now, you know? So it's nonstop, man. Verse 7, it says, give him no rest till he establish and until he make Jerusalem a praise in all the earth. All right? So we ain't supposed to give these devils no rest, man. All right? Keep hitting them with this truth. All right? They tear a page down, all right? And you know, put up another page. Simple as that. Go on different platforms, set up pages on Odyssey, set up pages on, you know, and Salakia, you know, so that because the word got to keep going forth, man, and it will keep going forth. All right, Lord waking up Jake all throughout the earth. I just seen a video where a brother out in Colombia preaching the truth, man, from the tribe of Asher. All right, so let me go back to the video clip and then we close it out with more precepts. I hate when they do this. You gotta keep on doing it over. Salakia.
Become too irritating, label them after suitable build-ups as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic, and use the prestige of anti-fascist and tolerance organizations to discredit them. In the public mind, constantly...
You said use certain anti-fascist groups to discredit them. All right, because you got one such group called the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, which is completely ish people, small hat, you know, owned. It's owned by them. All right, and it pretty much is, you know, anybody that speaks against them, they come in, they step in, and they, you know, they got their lawyers and this and that, and they'll discredit you and say, label you as anti-ish, you know. Just look it up, the ADL, you know. For the second time, I don't want to go all into it, but yeah, you know. So, continue.
Associate those who oppose us with those names which already have a bad smell. The association will, after enough repetition, become fact in the public mind.
Now, I forget who coined the phrase that said, if you say something often enough, people will tend to believe it. Let me see if I can put that in Google real quick. All right, because it was, I don't know who said it. I don't know. I think it was one of the Bushes that said it. But let's see. Let me just type in. If you say. See, it becomes truth. Because I had it pulled up the other day, but let me see if this will take me back there. Yep. If I'm saying it right, Geoblos. It's like, yeah, you know, I mispronounce things all the time, but Salakia. It says repeat a lie often enough and people will believe it. As I followed the news, let me see. It says, as I followed the news on the so-called Obamagate so-called scandal, I am reminded of the famous statement by Nazi propaganda minister Joseph Goebbels, that if you repeat a lie often enough, it becomes truth. All right, and that's what they do with they witchcraft, man. With this, they medium or the media. All right, in which they broadcast. They do, they broadcasting, was they broadcasting spells. All right, they casting spells abroad. That's what broadcasting goes into. All right, so they use the media and these different sellouts, to read from these teleprompters. All right, and they'll promote the same lie over and over, day after day. All right, and then in the public's eye, it becomes fact just through the process of repetition. They're like, oh, well, I keep on hearing that they saying this going on. Then, it becomes fact in their minds, man, because these people in Babylon that have become so desensitized, and caught up in just bullshit. All right, they simple, man. These are the most simplest people on the planet, man. All right, docile idiots, man. Okay. Let me get a precept. All right. So they're gonna believe everything the media tell them, man. All right, they're gonna be a bunch of sheep led to the slaughter. All right. Let's see. Proverbs, what is it? 14. The book of Proverbs, chapter 14 to 15. All right, it says, the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well into his going. All right, and the simple goes into, I believe when you go into that word simple, if I'm not mistaken, let me look it up in Google. I know Apostle Gabar looked this word up a while back. It may not give me the definition, like no. Well, we can just use this one right here. It says plain, basic, or uncomplicit, uncomplicit, informed, nature or design without much decoration or ornamentation. Yeah, I don't know. Probably ain't got to use this one, but it was a definition they brought out. Said it goes into people of the lower classes. All right, which is the people in the world. All right, they're low class. They don't have any discernment to know whether a lie is being put forth. And even if they do, it's like the Matrix, man. They on that blue pill. All right, they want to be led astray. They don't want to know the truth. All right. But you got those that dare to, take that red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes, man. And that's us. All right. Yeah, that's the point. Now, let me get this last precept. And we close it out. It's Psalms 58:3. It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Okay, and that's what they doing now, man. All right, that's what they always been doing. Is speaking lies, man. They like Yahushua said to those wicked scribes and Pharisees, ye are of your father the devil. He was a murderer and a liar from the beginning. Roughly paraphrasing. That's all this devil do is lie. So what he doing now, man? He's trying to cover up the truth, trying to call anybody anti-ish, and label them as fascists and Nazi sympathizers, and pretty much discrediting everybody, man, because this whole place is built up off of lies. All right, and if you tear down all the lies, this place won't be able to continue. Okay, So that's what's taking place now, man. This devil is being exposed. All right, the truth is coming out, and ain't no way for him to stop it. All right, he fighting against the Lord. The scripture say in Acts the 5th chapter, if this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it, lest happily you be found to fight even against the Most High. All right, and that's what this devil is doing, man. He's fighting against the Most High, which is a losing battle. Okay, you're not fighting against. He think, all right, well, if I can just destroy the people, then that'll destroy the whole movement. No, you fighting against the Most High, man. The Lord is working, through His Spirit, through His men. So yeah, man, and all these different celebrities, they just being used, all right, to further this truth, all right, and soon, man, it's gonna come down to persecution. So yeah, I'm gonna close it out on that note. All right, I kind of went past, what I intended to. Lord willing, it's edifying and concise. All right. If need be, I may come back with more information. But Lord willing, you edify. Till next time I say shalom.